Okay, anybody ever seen a mission statement before? Here, everybody take one. Take a mission statement. Here we go. One for everybody. One, slow down. All right. Okay, now, who wants to be the first one to read the first sentence on the mission statement? Okay, how about you?
I don't read yet.
Okay guys, so I was watching a video from this channel called Mediocre Tutorials and Review, and he was doing this expose on women who talk about how hard it is to find a eligible black man because black women are so much more awesome and so far superior than black men. And he did a decent job, but I want to do a review of his review to show you guys how damn awesome men are. You guys are spectacular, man. Do not pull you into the daycare. Okay, so
because black women tend to want to marry black men.
Right, right.
So black women are excelling. They're getting accelerated degrees, graduate degrees, doctorate degrees. They're starting businesses. Black women are running circles around men.
Right.
There are currently a little over 1 million black women walking around with a bachelor's degree today, in comparison to a little bit over 650,000 black men with bachelor's degrees as well. So that's almost double, which is a significant number in its own right. But
all right, now we're just going off his numbers, right? But before I do this, it's important to understand that there's 46 million coloreds in America right now, and there's just 88 males for every 100 female, right? So there's more black women than men. It's very important when you really breaking it down numbers to represent each side of the coin, right? So that breaks down to 21 million males and 25 million females. Now, he said in college that there's 1 million females per 25 million females, right? So that comes down to 4% of black women have at least a bachelor's degree. That's in juxtaposition of 603,000 black males, right? Which is 3%. So it seems like there's more, because he said, yo, it's almost double, but it's not almost double. There's 5 million more black women, well, 4 million more black women than black men, right? So percentage wise, 3% of black males go to college versus 4% of black women. However, a lot of men don't go to college, they go to trade school. So when you look at the percentages of that, 37% of of trade school students are black males, right? Almost 38%. Under 1/3 of 1% of black women go to trade school, and that's normally like culinary arts or something. So they're not even really in this mix because it doesn't even add up to a percent. It doesn't change their ratio in. So with those guys that go to trade school, that's an additional 207,000 men, which adding to the total of college, 887,000 upper higher educated guys, right? Went to a higher form of education, which brings black males to 4%. So they're on par with education. We're on par with education. We're the most educated? No, you're the most enrolled, and you get the most useless degrees in sociology, which is why they got to keep going back to school to get their doctorate, because when they get out with that 4-year degree, they're still getting a job that pays about $32,000 a year. In order for them to get real money, they have to get their masters and their doctorates in order to bump their pay rate, which also increases their student loans, so they never out the hole.
the amount of black women and black men walking around making $50,000 to $100,000 per year is about equal.
Okay, so even with this, I'll tell you a quick story. My first job, and I say it all the time, my first job was selling magazines door to door. My second job was being a travel agent. I got paid $15 an hour plus commission, and we talking in the 1990s, right? $15 in the 1990s is equivalent to $29.84 today. So round up $30 an hour today, almost double. So the reason that the same job I had in 1994 that started off at $15 an hour, now they're paying minimum wage is because women have flooded the market. So now they can reduce the cost of labor because they doubled the labor force. So women wanting to not be oppressed by men in marriage and relationships is why everybody gets paid less, and it takes two incomes because these toddlers can't stop toddling.
Now, in the six-figure income bracket between black men and black women, there's actually more black men making over six figures per year at about 90,000 walking around the United States today in comparison to 80,000 black women making six figures or more. So to sum all that up, what does it mean?
There's 91,000 men who make more than $100,000 divided by 21 million men. So that's 4%. Meanwhile, there's 80,000 black women making over $100,000 divided by 25 million, which is 3%. And on top of that, women get all type of subsidies, assistance, child care, pay matches, all type of things, affirmative action, the EEOC Act. Black men have to do it alone. So we're doing 3 times as much work to get to the same level, and we're still surpassing. That's why you guys need to tribe up. Take the tolerology course so you can get to the tribal courses, because you can't tribe with dudes that'll kill you over a chick. They'll ruin the whole lick. Take the tolerology courses and we're gonna get it cracking, man. Then you'll get support from other men.
You can continue to lead and talk about that black women are making so many more strides over black men, and you could use education as something, but if you're not using that education to make more money, then what is it good for? Your college degree is a flip. It's a flip to maximize your earning potential. The degree doesn't matter if you then translate that into more money. But see, here's the thing. There's modern black women with bachelor's degrees that would never date a blue collar guy just because he is blue collar.
That's absolutely true. I've told this story a lot of times. My niece has a PhD in psychology or psychiatry or some profession where they get to find out all about your business and they just can't advise a person to sit up and fry chicken. But during the course of that, she met a man, and the man is a millionaire, but she doesn't like him. Why doesn't she like him? Because that man dropped out of high school, got his GED, got a job washing cars at a used car dealership, repaired a couple of cars, sold a couple of used cars, flipped cars all the way to the point that now he's a multi-millionaire and he owns an auto dealership. My niece cannot respect that man because she said, Uncle, oh, he got millions, but he ain't got no degree. I got a doctorate degree. So how am I be with a man that ain't even got no, he got a GED. I got a doctorate. That's for another video, Patreon.
And it's also shown in research that women want to marry on their same level of financial and educational status.
Yeah.
So if you're a black woman making $150,000 a year with a master's degree, you tend to want to marry a black man on that same level or higher.
32% of black men are married versus 26% of black women, and they're counting baby boomers. Because if you just take away the boomers and you talk about marriage rates for women that have a period, you know what I'm saying, women before menopause, you're looking at 14% of men versus 9% of women, which is still that 5% gap, more or less. That means there's 500,000 more married black men than black women, even though there's 4 million more black women. There's more black men married, even though there's 4 million more black women. honestly, these women should be paying you because it's musical chairs. But I digress.
And y'all can continue to disrespect the men on this world that make the earth spin round and round. But I refuse to have these delusional conversations continue to still happen in 2022 today, the same way that y'all have done for the past several decades, which have allowed these women to think because I have a degree, I'm better than these men. Because while black women are more educated than black men, on average, are not making more money. And the last thing that a marriage-minded man needs is to incur her loan bill as well. And the average black woman is walking around today with almost $40,000 in debt.
Overall, guys, you are awesome, man. Never let these pussy panderers or these toddlers, these toddler apologists tell you that you're not. What you need is other men to enrichen you, strengthen you, counsel you, guide you. But you have to be coachable. Get out of that I ain't no punk energy that y'all be having, like y'all can't listen to a man and y'all need a woman to complete you. I understand that they mind fucked you from kindergarten, fucking preschool, kindergarten, babysitter, first, second, third, fourth, fifth grade, all women. So your whole life is women in an authoritative position, but they don't know shit. They was wearing clothes the whole time. Every answer they got right is because a man put it in the back of a book. I got y'all, man. If you like the video, man, send the cash app to your boy. Like and sub. Take the tolerology course, man. This is for you, so you could be a better you. Shout out to Poor Tutorials and Reviews. It was a good video. I just wanted to tighten it up. Love each other as you love yourself. Feed the pack.